breakfast. Carlton Company at our TV station. Okay, I am happy to own my own corporation. You see it pops out this morning. Because I do know YouTube. Got some work video stuff later, which I might do that later, but yeah.
Ford F-350 Lariat crew cab on-bed four-wheel drive, and that is a mouthful. As some of you might know, it's got a 6.4-liter power stroke, and it's got the same issue that many of them on the road. Well, they're not really on the road anymore, but many of these trucks have. The engine is mostly gone. That's kind of how they come nowadays. Basically, we got a truck here that needs an engine. We've got another truck over there that's got an engine. Some of you might know where we're going to get the Cummins motor that's going to go in this truck. And some of you might not. Well, let's show you. So, guys, this is where our engine is coming from. This original Cummins. Now, this one here is kind of lacking in the interior department, the looks department, and the ride department. But it does have good air conditioning. We'll get to that in a minute. So, if you guys haven't watched my last video on this truck, I bought this truck for about $1,500. And the reason I bought it is it's going to fall.
Want the engine out of it.
Turned it so I can charge it off AC power, but I never did. So the only way I ever had to charge this battery, aside from hooking a car battery charger up to it, was through the solar panels. So when I moved this camper inside, this battery slowly died because it had no way of being charged, and that battery is completely dead now. Getting down to pretty well bare bones now, so I'm just going to power through it, take my rye oak and my mill walk, and go to town. No, not literally. The bare frame. I mean, yeah, there's still quite a bit of crap left stuck on here, but ignore that for now. The bare frame. If I had to build this frame all over again, there's not a heck of a lot I would do differently. I think this was part of the truck camper build that I got the most right. I mean, sure, if I were to do it over again, I wouldn't use 1-inch square steel tubing for the whole thing. I would use wider stuff like 2x1 square steel tubing for more important bits like this roof bar, this bit over door, and some other pieces. I would add some reinforcing gussets to some of the important corners, like that one down there where there's a lot going on, but not a lot of reinforcement. And I'd add more structure to the roof. I don't know why I left it so barren, but I did. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how this frame turned out. Especially since, if I remember correctly, this was my first real welding project. Quite a big project for my first one. Up here in the nose of the camper, you can see this little bit here is doubled up. That's because initially the camper's nose was only supposed to come out this far because initially I intended for the bed to go down here in the main body of the camper, and this was just going to be an aerodynamic addition with some extra storage up here. But at some point, before the build was finished and before I ever even used it, I decided that now I wanted the bed up here. So I added 2 feet to the front of the camper, hence this double up section and some other oddities up here. And then I moved the bed up here, and down there was just a bench for sitting on. Hey, so many spiders under there. I just had my hands under there.
Yeah? Good job, baby. Good baby.
Only suitable that the last board to take off would hurt me.
GM employees with the current eligible Buick lease get this low mileage lease on the 2023 Envision Preferred all-wheel drive for $279 per month. See West Michigan today.
Hello there. I'm here to show you one of the I have one task left. Chop this frame all to bits using my bandsaw and separate it into 2 piles to keep them to scraps.
Good job, baby. Hey guys, Tyler here. Just killed some time this morning.
I think I ruined it. That was more than one way to skin a cat. It's a terrible phrase, you know that? By the way, if anybody calls that French sent me this for review. Well, I don't review tools, but I've been using this reciprocating saw for several months. I've been using it to cut down a tree. It works. Is that a review? I've got a philosophical question for you. At what point did or does this truck camper stop existing? Okay, this thing is totally easy. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering how I could so carelessly rip apart something I spent months of my life dreaming about and building from scratch. Well, it's because I'm a cold heart. Because it was the building of this thing that was the journey, not the end result. If I just wanted the end result, I would have bought a cheap truck camper off of Craigslist. But that wouldn't have been any fun. Sure, it would have saved me a lot of money over what it cost to build this thing, but it would have been no fun at all. I wanted to build a large-scale project, and the thought of building a truck camper or having a truck camper presented an opportunity to put something together that was real big and real complicated, and I seized that opportunity and built a truck camper. Sure, the end result wasn't fantastic. It was kind of ugly, and it was terrible to drive with. And sure, I only used it on 2 trips. One of them was fairly big, but I only used it on 2 trips. But this thing